Hello everyone, I'm Esperanza and this is Art from the Heart at St. Augustine's Church. Today we're going to do an artwork that applies the layering technique. So our output would be something like this. So it's a mountainside with some trees on it, very colorful and very pretty. So that's the first thing we're doing for today. That's kiddie landscape, as I would call it. And the first thing to do is to draw the guidelines, which is in this shape. So let us start. So for the guidelines, I will just use my pencil here. It doesn't have to be exact. Just roughly in this manner so that it can look like mountains. Okay, let's connect that. Okay, and now we have this. So this seems to be like a very mountainous area. Okay, oops. Let me just erase that and connect this one again. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit different from the original art piece. Okay, and the first thing that I would like you to do is just to paint the top with water because we want some sunlight in our art piece. Yes, we're painting some sunlight using lemon yellow. So we're going to turn this around. Make sure our brush is clean. Okay, it's not that clean, but it would do. So just this one in a semicircular, brush it with water in a semicircular fashion. Okay, and now we will use lemon yellow. Okay, and then just paint it again in a semicircular fashion. And then just let the paint spread. Okay, we can add some more here, make it more intense. But again, let the paint spread naturally on the wet surface. Now, make sure you clean your brush. The next bit would be to paint this part with water. So I'm going to paint it with water now. Just like that. Okay. And this part is going to be painted with a layer of yellow ochre. So yellow ochre. Okay. Okay, that's great. You've done a very good job. So we're going to paint the yellow ochre here. So this is going to be a very colorful mountain. And a very beautiful one as well. So lots of yellows, lots of greens, really bright colors, just to brighten up our day at home when we couldn't really go out and do the normal things we do. But at least we have this beautiful colored landscape to enjoy. And there we go. Now we just have to let this dry. And then we will paint it with the next layer. I have prepared this one earlier. So this one is already dry. So we're going to put another layer of yellow ochre on it. So now starting from this one. So just another layer. Okay. And then we'll finish it up to the end and then let it dry, just like what we did earlier. We've now finished painting everything with the yellow ochre. I mean this part from here going down. And from this point, I'm going to use another layer of yellow ochre. Not so thick, but just enough to add some more intensity. So this one will just be from here. There we go. And then here. And then going down. Now we have to let it dry again. But as we can see here, there's already three different intensities, three different values of yellow ochre. So we just have to let it dry, and once it's dry, we paint it with our next color. Our next color would be light green, and I will do it by mixing a little bit of green with lemon yellow. So this is the type of green I would have, and I will paint it in this area. Okay, we're doing very well here. Again, this requires patience because it's the drying that actually takes a lot of time. Okay. And there's more. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are actually going to paint over some of these areas again with more colors, mostly green and dark green, blue. So do not worry if you don't paint all the areas with green. But what's important is this bit where the plants are going to stand on. It's time to put the next layer of paint. So again, this is going to be on the green side, but a little bit dark. So I just drop a tinge of blue, really small tinge, just to darken this area. Okay. Just to darken it a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. So we're painting it now. Again, it doesn't have to be too exact. Let's leave some fun in it, you know. Let's not make it too stressful. Okay. So now we've painted that another layer of light green. Then later on, once this dries, we're going to paint it with green, just a regular one. And then we will darken that by adding blue. Okay, it's not that dry yet, but we can now paint it with the regular green. Okay, as you can see, the color blends with each other instead of creating a layer, but that's all right for this area. And then we add some here as well. Okay, but if you're doing it at home, please do let the paint dry. And that would prevent any overworking on the page, because now we really have to be careful, because since we're working on the paper, we're painting a wet sheet of watercolor paper with paint, there's a chance to overwork the page. So we have to be careful with that. So from this bit, we just have to let it dry, and then 2 more layers, and then we can start painting our trees. We're now ready to paint the next part of the mountainside with the green, but this one is darker because we've added blue to it. So it's going to be a bit darker. And then we paint this bit as well. And just like what we did earlier, we need to let this dry. Okay, we just need to let it dry, and then we'll paint the last layer. Okay. Now, for the last part of the mountainous landscape, I've added black to it to ensure that it's darker. It's the same paint we use for this part, but I've just added some black paint. There we go. So just to make it slightly darker. If it's not dark enough, we'll just add some more black paint. Yes, there we go. And now it's just time to let everything dry and then paint our trees. Okay, so we'll just do that. Okay, the art piece is not completely dry. This area is still wet, but we will start by painting yellow trees on this part. Okay. So first thing is, I have to have some yellow ochre. There we go, yellow ochre. I think this has to be a little bit more dilute. There we go. So this is much better. Let me see. Yeah, this should be good enough. And what I'm going to do is to make circular objects. So these are going to be our trees. And here on the top part, there will be more of this yellowish ones, because the trees here would be lighter than the trees at the bottom. Okay, so I have that. I think I need to lift some of the paint there because that's gonna take a while to dry. And I'm gonna use that paint here. Okay. So here, there's more trees. Okay, that's better. Here as well, yellow trees. There we go. We're doing very good here. So we now have some yellow trees on top of the mountain. Now let's create more yellow trees here in this level. Okay. So, okay, I've just covered that one. That's all right. And then another layer of yellow trees here. maybe one more here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and another one over there. I just find this little round trees very cute. So big round one there, another one there. Okay, let's add some more color. Now we start reducing the number of yellow trees in the next layer. And this one as well. We just use the paint from this tree so it can dry faster. So now we have these yellow trees. Okay, maybe I'll add one more yellow tree over here, or two, maybe even three. Okay, so these are my yellow trees. And now I have my yellow-green trees. Okay, I need more green, more water, and more yellow ochre. And I will create more trees here, like so. And here as well. So I'm just painting circles, which are going to be my trees. There we go. And these trees are in certain groups. Okay, so we have that there. We have that there. And maybe one here, yellow green tree. One here as well. Small one there. And then I'm going to use that paint here. Okay. This one there. And this one. And another one there. And the reason I'm lifting the color and using it for another tree so that it can dry faster. Okay. And at the same time, I know that it does not affect the artwork, the image in the artwork. If I lift it, so that's all right. But if it damages the image, do not lift the paint. So here, let's make two round ones here, one there, and maybe a small one here. And then next one, and then here. This is already a bit darker. So the yellow tree is no longer that prominent. Okay, here, there. Also another one there and there. Oh, small one there. And I'm gonna put some more here in the next level. Okay. So now the next color would be green. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of water here, mix it, and then I think that's too light. I think we need to add a little bit more blue to that. I probably added too much water, that's why, but let's see what happens. Oh, that's perfect. So let me just lift this a little bit, then put some here. Oh, that's too much. I think the top part is now okay. So we have enough trees there. And then here, second layer, we just add some more. I'm going to lift some of this again. Smaller ones there. Okay, maybe one here, just standing alone by itself. Maybe another one there at the end. Not too small, not too big. So now we've done 2 layers. Off to the 3rd layer. There we go. Then another one here. Small one here. Another one. Here, another one. Here. Wow, we're doing very well. So let's add some more. Just enjoy painting those round green trees. Round green trees. And then here as well. So big one there. Smaller one. Stand alone. Another one stand alone. Big one there. Well, not so big, medium size. Let's continue to the next layer. Okay, this color is now very close to the one here at the bottom. So I think I should stop in this layer and use a darker color for the next level. Okay, maybe I need a little bit more here. Yeah, like that. Okay, that's perfect. And now I will use the darker one here. Let's see if it works. Let's start by using it here. Okay, I think it does work. So let's use it in this layer. I do think I have put a bit too much paint, but that's fine. That's because we can lift the paint and use it elsewhere. Okay, we're doing very well. And then this one, I would also lift it, put it here, here, and here. Yeah. Okay, so we're doing very well. Maybe a little bit here. And I'm gonna lift excess paint here. Okay, now I need to make it even darker. So now it's time to use black. I need to get some black paint. Add it to the well where I put my black paint earlier. Then I need to clean my brush. Add some water. And then dilute this paint. And then we're going to make this, we're going to mix some of this with our green. And then we are going to continue to paint our tree. So we have some trees there. Here. So remember, this is not pure black, but instead we have mixed this with the green paint we used earlier. Okay. Then I'm just going to extend this a little bit here on the top. Just to make sure that the transition is smooth. Okay. There, a little bit there. Maybe bigger over there. Okay. So this one is bigger. Let's make that bigger. The smaller one there. So remember, just paint round trees. Okay, and I'm gonna spread it a little bit here, but maybe 2, 3. I actually think that's enough for that. No, maybe this one should have a little bit as well. Okay, and now we finish painting a colorful kitty type landscape. So this is again using layering, and I do hope you enjoyed painting this particular landscape with its bright colors and its unconventional trees, which are just very simple to paint, just round trees, and it's just more of a transition of colors. So now we just have to let the trees completely dry and it's good to go. We can actually use this when we're making greeting cards for friends. It's very simple. We can paint it in a small piece of card paper and, just to brighten their day. Just to brighten their day with the colors. We can also use other colors such as red or uh, blue, bright blue, different colors. We can experiment. The important thing is we express ourselves and that we're happy and that the colors brighten our day. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you very much. See you next time.